Already. What are going on about here with your computer and your microphone and your... I don't know. Alright, well, welcome to the show. It is Mr. Jar, the jar of jars, the the thing, right? Anyways. Alright, already. Pretty sure. Alright, so what are we doing today in the Jarverse? Feeling a little bit better. Hit the gym today, so that's always a good thing. And yeah, the thing. Pretty solid good morning tweet today. Always love the images. When I find a good meme that's like, that's a good morning tweet. It's good. I dig it. But yeah, so we've been doing the daily giveaways. Up to 32 retweets now on this one. Just pretty dope. Just continuing to build the brand. Just continuing to shove shit in the jar. Just continuing to stuff things in the jar. Alright, so... But they only gave me... I'm in fascist book jail. Oh, okay. Yeah, well... What can you do? Eh? What can you do, eh? Bud? Don't you know? Then I'm like, wait, is it my... Oh man, this is the worst intro ever. Come on now, man. What are you doing? Huh? Would you go ahead and... Let's talk about... Wallet Secure Bridge to EVM, how I make... Nah. Let's talk about what a Bitcoin halving is. I'm like, wait. Is it this thing that's the problem? This thing that, like, you just can't really wash? Nah. It's definitely not that. But, yeah, what happened with the landlord today? So, the landlord came over and he looked around and he's like, oh, I think that... Well, he definitely agreed that there was a problem because he's like, I'm pretty sensitive too, so like, there's definitely a problem here. And I was like, yeah, I know. And then he looked around and he was like, oh, it's kind of dusty. Like, I'm like, well, it gets dusty. It's actually very dusty in this place in general. Like, dust collects very fast in this place. That's part of the problem, I think. But, then he looked in this, like, on the corner, because I live in a triangle, on the corner of the houses, there's these little like crawl spaces. And I had to like tape them off because like I could see fucking dust coming out of there. Because they're supposed to be like closets, like storage areas. And I only have stuff stored in one because the other one is just like totally disgusting. And there would end up like a squirrel in there in the first while that I was in here. So anyways, I have them taped off, thinking, you know, that's probably going to be good enough to keep them from getting dusty into my place. And so he looks in there and he's like, oh, it could be better, like some insulation, whatever. I don't know. I'm like, okay, he's going to do something about it from there. And then I was like, hey, like, I'd kind of like a mold test to be done just to make sure, because sometimes I catch a whiff of mold. Sometimes, like, especially if I come back from the gym or just, I don't know, different times, like, I just, you know, like, what was that? And so then he started to argue with me. He's like, oh, well, we don't need to pay for a mold test because I looked around and there's no mold anywhere. And I'm like, well, it's not really how it works. Like, of course you're not going to see mold anywhere because you don't want to. You don't want to pay for a test. Like, whatever. So then he was like, then he basically went from, I'm going to consult my wife, because it's like a husband and wife team that is the landlord. He's like, I'm going to talk to her. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, no, at first he was like, no. Then he was like, okay, I'll talk to my wife. And then he was like, well, you can pay half. And I was like, no. Like, you're the landlord. This is your house you're providing for me to live in. Why would I pay half? And then he's like, oh, well, if there is mold, I'll pay for it. And if there isn't mold, then you pay for it. I'm like, the hell's that? Like, fuck off. So that's where we had kind of an argument. And he's like, oh, I can't afford $500 to pay for a mold test and blah, blah. I'm like, well, I don't even think it's that much. And I checked again today and it's like maybe 170 plus tax. So maybe a couple $100. Yeah. And I mean, Sean's not like, they're not bad. Like, don't get me wrong. They've done things like right away, like at the drop of a hat, like, but it's just, they're like not proactive on it, more so just like reactive. And that's the difference, right? So it's like Sean's willing to do stuff, and if it's important, he'll do it right away. But like, I guess he just doesn't see it as important. And it's like, wow, this fucking mold, man. Like, what is a couple $100 for, like, to know about whether or not your tenant's safe? Right? Like, stupid, man. Stupid. It's just cheap, man. It's just somebody who's cheap. And it's like, okay, like, this is your fucking bullshit house that's falling apart. Like, you know, fix it. Fix it. So, whatever. So then he was like, okay, I'll talk to the wife. So it went from, like, no to, oh, yeah. So it went from no to I'll talk to the wife to you pay half. Then I said no. Then he said no, we're not going to do a test. And then I had to basically argue him to say, like, okay, I'll talk to my wife about it. So he let, you know, it was like, I could follow the process in his mind. He was like, first he was like, no. And then he was like, I'll talk to my wife about it. And then he was like, you pay half. And I was like, no. And then he was like, just hard no again. And then I was like, that's bullshit, Sean. And then he's like, okay, I'll talk to my wife about it. And I'm like, thanks. Like, what the hell was that, right? Like, it's only a couple $100. Like, why wouldn't you want to do that test? To make sure that your house is like, you know, what if I move out? And then you can show that to people and say, hey, no, there's no mold. Don't worry. We just had a test done. So, whatever. It is what it is. I'm still thinking of uprooting for a bit because, yeah, I don't know. I slept on the floor out in the living room here, which was, I felt a bit better when I woke up. But yeah, so that was basically my day. Yeah, I should have said that, but I will make a point of saying that because yeah, it's like full liability. Hey, like if you know, because when the roof was leaking, if for him to have been really diligent and proactive, he would have thought, that could be moldy. And I know I could remember he kind of thought that because he was like, well, I was thinking maybe come take a look at that. And I was like, okay. But yeah. Oh yeah, Nazigate. Yeah, bro, that was the problem. Like, yeah, exactly. Like it was leaking. It was like it poured rain this summer, and it was like fucking just pouring through the roof. And he did come and fix that right away. Like he went on the roof and like patched that with more shingles or whatever right away. But that's also where like I don't think it's fully sealed properly there. Um, oh man, you gotta see this. This is hilarious. Whoops. So hashtag Nazigate is trending in Canada, and it's Justin Trudeau. Like you're honestly, oh man, this is so good. Holy smokes. Bitcoin is sound. This one's funny though. Hitler was in fact on the left. That's what there's the writing here is like Pierre Polivier who wanted to tie. Probably get banned from YouTube forever for that. But they were socialists. They were leftists. I mean, certain Bitcoin is fiscal policy, but war is war. The world's most far-right ultra-nationalist was in fact on the left. Like, what are you, ridiculous? What are you, silly face? Come on, they were in the National Socialist Party, National Socialist German Workers' Party. So, anyways, but I don't know exactly about Nazigate, but I don't know what it means. But I know that China infiltrating the politics, definitely, yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's why I was like, definitely mold. He's saying, oh no, but I'm probably just gonna call the guy tomorrow for $170. I'll just pay him to do it, to do a test, and if the landlord's not going to pay, then I'll just fucking cancel a check and say, okay, fine. You know what? I'll give you a check for $800 then. You don't have a choice. You want to be like that? You want to be so fucking chintzy that you don't care about my health? Suck a fat one. And in fact, the funny thing is that when I first moved in, I told him out of the goodness of my heart and the fact that I wanted the deck to be stained, because I have a little deck out front, out back, whatever. I was like, hey, if you buy the stain, I'll stain the deck. And it needed to be like stripped, clean, brightened. So like, it was a fucking hell of a job, actually. I was looking back, I was like, why did I decide to do this? It is so much better chilling out there on the deck now that it's properly stained. But it's like, that was at least like an $800 job. Like, I painted, right? So I can tell these things. That was like an $800 job at least, if not more like $1,200. So for him to like fucking try to be skimpy on a few $100 when he got that thing stained by me for like, he should have been like, wow, great job, Mike. You know what? We're going to take a couple $100 off your rent. Thank you for doing that. Like, that would have been a really smart person, a person who's conscientious. Right? But instead there's like, oh sweet, I got a deck done for free. Ha ha ha. It's like, hello, I just protected your wood so that shit doesn't just fall apart over the next few years. And now you're like being so chintzy about possible mold. It's just stupid, man. It's just somebody who's a complete dumbass. So, whatever. Again, it's, yeah. So anyways, that's the intro, I guess. Yeah, it'd be a hefty bill to get rid of it. Of course it would be. But he just wants to like patch the ceiling so that it's kind of sealed in the attic. Because it's got to be moldy in the attic. And that's why it's like just a little bit of cracking on the ceiling. That's enough to like, especially if the air can get into the attic easily, then when it's windy, it will like put pressure on the attic and kind of blow spores down into my living quarters. Right? So it's like, it makes perfect sense, man. Like, this isn't fucking rocket science. It's mold science. So, I don't know, man. I've been feeling a little bit better. I went to the gym. No, I'm not fucking going in there, man. There is a, like, hole right there. But hell if I'm gonna go in there, bro. Like, fuck that. Need, like, a fucking full-on face respirator and shit. And there's maybe squirrels in there and shit. I have no idea, man. I ain't going up there. I'll fucking move out before I go in there. So I've been looking at my options too for like, okay, do I sell my shit and move to Mexico for a few months or what? Get in there, he says, Chuck. I don't even have a ladder to get up there. But yeah, that's just not what I want to be doing with my life. Not at all. Not at all. So that's the thing. I don't even know where my face respirator is, but I'm just looking at, okay, how much stuff can I sell over the next little while? Get the rest of my paperwork in order. Maybe renew my passport, which is done in October. And yeah, just live, bro. Just get out of here. Yeah, and that's I don't know, man. I don't even think I get up there. And like, do I want to? No, I'd rather just pay for somebody to do a mold test and then find out the result. Like, I ain't about that life. Crawling up in the attic, fuck that shit. I'd have to get like a ladder. I'd have to fucking strap a ladder. I don't know. Anyways, that's enough of that. All right, that's the intro. Welcome to the show. We're gonna get going here right away. I'm stoked. Yeah, I went to the gym and that was super good. Just fucking get the blood pumping and like helped clean out my nose and my face. I should have been going to the gym more often. I think that was actually helping me a lot. And same with even kombucha, just boosting the immune system, you know. So yeah, anyways, all that being said, welcome to the show. It's your boy Jaroface, and can I finish the animation tonight? I do believe that I can. I don't think it's going to be too complicated to finish at least the one animation tonight. So that's what we're going to get into right away after these. Alrighty. Let's get out there and let's get in here and I don't know, let's do some stuff. Let's do some things. Man, it was good to get to the gym though. Holy smokes. I miss being at the gym. Absolutely. It's just so freaking. Cannot live life without exercise. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Okay, let's get into character animator. I've got to finish the Trudeau character. And then. That just gets me right off the bat.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Like, wait, do I put something about like China?
Those chuckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
That would be pretty awesome if I could slip something in there about like the whole China did not interfere with the election. You're racist if you think so.
Ending life.
But I don't know, it's just it's too
Truckers who are putting food.
the joke is mostly in the maid outfit. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's just do this here right away.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Those chuckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Ending life.
Often misogynist. Are racist, often misogynist.
Everyone vaccinated.
Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of head movement. I don't think this one has head movement. That's fine.
Truckers who putting food on our grocery store shelf. Truckers who are putting food. Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority.
For the most part, I want this to be always there, actually.
Grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views. Following the science, getting minority holding unacceptable views following the science. Science, getting everyone vaccinated. Getting everyone vaccinated.
Those chuckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist. Misogynist. Often racist, often are racist, often misogynist.
John Noob, how's it going? How's it going? Oh, I'm back. There I am. There he is. It's the jar. Oh, we animating. We animating. Yeah, we're making a new skit. Dear Justin Turdrow. I think we're pretty much done with him. Let's take a watch from the top.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views following the science. Getting everyone vaccinated.
Okay, okay.
Those chuckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
ending life.
Didn't I have just before? Just ending life. But I guess that was because I spliced it in there from another, must have spliced it in there from another one there, Eva. Don't you know? Fuck. Well, we're going to drink some maple syrup, eh? Don't you know? Drinking a little bit too much maple syrup there, bud. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. So that being said, I've got Christine, right? Yeah, it's cool. It'd be cool if I could be done in the next hour and a half or so. And then maybe tomorrow we can whip together the second one? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Videos, memes, Maid Minister. Okay, and then we also want to... Curious, where is Costa Rica? Oh, that's cool. It's not too far from El Salvador. Must be such a different world, like, living in South America and knowing Spanish and just being like, oh yeah, these are all kind of home in some way. I mean, obviously there's significant differences, but to me, I'm like up here and I'm like, I don't know Spanish. So like I would go down here and be as gringo as possible, basically. Either be somewhere along here or somewhere in here. Nicaragua. Like, is this cool, man? Honduras. Like, just that these places exist. I've never even zoomed in on them on Google Maps. But anyways, stay focused. Stay focused, King. Jars, jars on jars, on jars, on jars. Stack even more jars. Okay, so we can go right into here. We also need, we need basically Crime Minister scene. I think I'll see if I can bring the whole project in here. I need scene 1. That's exactly what I need. And I want to just bring it over here. This can go. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. And the stock. I don't need Crime Minister. I don't need audio. I don't even need that. I just maybe would need this, which I'll just drag and drop into there. And then pre-comps, there's also none. So then we are empty there, and we have now our first scene. Which is how large? Pretty large. Whoops. I need that to be 100 here. And 106 here, I guess. Why are that? Oh, that's why. Forget. Don't worry about that. Old man, speech. Speech, no. Speech, no. Veteran, left, right seats, podium, crime mask. Perfect. It's just a little bit big. Position. Right, so what I did was basically have him here and use this, and then he moves here. So then how is this scene going to come together? I have to remember it's a short now too. Made minister.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
And then right here she pops out. Just like, what? Was she there earlier? Is she there earlier than 12 seconds in? To try to hook people a bit more? I think so. I think she starts to come out. Although I think when she's talking, she's looking the other way, so time reverse those and drag them all. Drag them all over here. Perfect. Almost perfect. I don't know how we're gonna need to make it taller. Yeah, it's gotta be like at least, it should be 2880 and 1600. Should be more like this, just to give myself that perspective. Oof. It's a bit of a problem. I mean, it could just be rendered like that with black at the top and the bottom. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, good. Why make the job harder than it needs to be, you know? And then Pierre comes in at the last minute. Where does he come in?
Should not be allowed to speak in this house.
And then about 34 seconds in, so actually pretty much nailed that. But here he's there. Yeah, I mean, it's it's just hilarious. Oh man. The clown show we're living in, bro. And somehow I'm like, how do I squeeze Jizing Zapu? How do I squeeze Jizing Zapu into this? Maybe he just pokes his head out a little bit over here. Just for a second. Just for a second. I'm like, you know what? I think I might just do that. That should be pretty easy. Meme videos, Jizing. Oh, Jizing Zapu. Come on. Come on. Don't break on me. Come on. Don't break. Come on. Come. Just go. Eat a little bit of ham. You'll be all right. There we go. Why do I not go ahead and save that? That go into images. And where are you, Zing? Stop your hiding. Let's delete him out of there and put him back in. There we go. There we go. That's a good Zizing Zapu. That's a good Zizing Zapu. Okay, and then he's gonna have a mask on him. Right there. China mask. We'll stick that on there, and then we'll give him where would be a good place for him to pop his head in?
Thank you.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist.
Oh, right here where the China
misogynist.
meeting.
And again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic.
Right there, perfect. Ding 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 ding. Which is where? That's right at 29:19. So we want him to kind of poke his head out there. Copy paste those. Reverse. And we'll have to do the position as well. Whoop. About the same. Still think maybe a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. Ding 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 ding. Maybe he's down there. I don't know. We'll see. But he does need to be underneath. Yeah, I think if we took his position here. Oh, and yeah. Oh, we'll go ahead. And then this can just be. Right there. Ding 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 ding. Whoop. Disappears. Great. It's perfect. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all that needs to happen. As far as this, we just need to then like do a little bit of camera movement. And then boom, we done. We're gonna get done. We about to get done. Width is 1080, height is 1920, and that's social media portrait. Here we go. Okay, comp 1, Why am I seeing things when there's no things? Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, what? Right? You saw that, right? That was a little bit weird. Weird things sometimes happen in computers. It's a definite fact. Okay. So scale and position as always. Oh, and then we need to bring Maid Minister back up. We just need to render out the entire thing. Feeling a lot better today. Feeling a lot better today. Like, I can breathe a little bit more. Just, holy smokes. Yesterday was a challenge. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm breaking focus. What am I doing? I'm all stoked. I'm like, oh, I'm basically done. I'm basically done. Let's go party now. No. No, not yet. It's just like, man, I'm also just kind of excited that I don't feel like dying right now, you know? It's a real problem. Okay, so do we scale down first? I think overall, like, we kind of want this position here, and then we just want a bit of scale down so it comes in a bit, but I also want the position to be over a bit so you kind of see him. Yeah, that's actually pretty good, but maybe a bit slower. Like, the reveal has to be good. Like, come on. This. What if this stays off for a little bit? Yeah. Even just a little bit further. And then the final scale, I think, just down a bit, actually. Yeah, there we go. And just a little bit more. Because I still want people to be able to get a good eye of that. So let's see.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those truckers.
Okay, so
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated. Acceptable view. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views. Food on our grocery store shelves.
326. Can have this continue to move over a bit. Yeah, I like it. And then here goes back to it doesn't need to even move more. I just think at that point just keep it right about here.
Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views.
So we're at a 521.
Holding unacceptable views.
817 is the next one. Eight 17.
Following the science. Holding unacceptable views. Following the science.
And then 1006. That's where we scale it up, move the position. Could even introduce getting and then 11.
Everyone vaccinating everyone.
1204. Actually, I think we'll start this one here. And then
Vaccinate. Everyone vaccinate.
oh yeah, because she comes in somewhere around there. So 1220. We want this to scale quite a ways down. Want this to be 0. And we want these to not be hold frames anymore. Same with these. And then we just want this position to be right about there.
Mr. Trudeau, you are
Vaccinate.
And then here, scale it back up. We move it over. Mr. Trudeau.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy.
What if that's just a
Vaccinate.
Mr. Trudeau,
Vaccinate.
Mr. Trudeau,
right about here at 1317? Yeah, it gives it a little bit more time. When does she start speaking? 12:16.
Mr. Trudeau,
Oh, it's 13:11 actually.
you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare. You are a disgrace for any democracy.
Getting there. Getting there. Remember when I didn't do this and everything was just so static? It's maybe just a little bit too much movement though. Yeah, that would be good.
Please spare us your presence. Thank you. Presence. Thank you.
$20.05. This is gonna be
Those juckers are
Thank you.
those juckers are deplorable. Those juckers are
Presence. Thank
2002 is kind of the start of it.
you.
2011 is kind of the end of it. So I'm thinking if we scale this down again, move it over. Move it right over. Move it right over. And I'm thinking like a little bit of rotation here, a little rotation there. Boing, boing, boing.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
2611.
Then again, a prime minister. Minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all. Admires the Chinese.
2923. $29.15 even. When did I bring him in?
Chinese basic dictatorship.
3118. So actually, just a little bit further this way for him. Perfect. Okay, 3116.
Should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
So how do we maybe here we kind of just kind of go like this. Should not be allowed to speak at all. Thank you. And then 3423 is the next position. And I think we just scale her down and
Governments have gotten big and
speak in this house.
3006 actually, and I want it to be and then basically copy paste those here, scale it up, move it over.
At all.
governments have gotten big and bossy.
I think that's it. I think that's pretty much it. Although this could probably scale down just a bit to about there and there. And then see if I have the RAM to run it. It's rendering everything, but it's like definitely seems like the RAM fixed it. We'll see if it just like, yeah, you know what? Just render the entire thing out. Okay. Push the play button on the rendering. Seems like it's going pretty good. It should only take another couple minutes. Which I think, again, this is where the RAM upgrade really helped. No more crazy problems. Okay, it's done. Alright, let's take a look.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinate.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy.
Everyone vaccinate.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Then again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life. Truckers are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Then again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big
Yeah.
and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life. Truckers are
It's
putting
great.
food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace
Couple
for any
things I might
democracy.
tweak.
Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Then again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life. Truckers are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any
Like, okay, so
democracy.
Truckers are putting
this
food
part's just
on
a
our
little
grocery
bit
store shelves.
moving around too
Small
much.
Fringe minority holding unacceptable views.
Well, whatever, I mean-
following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare
Like,
Unacceptable views, following the science.
okay, let's just take a quick peek. Like this. Yeah, I mean that one was a real piece of work. And that's why here, there's like... Shouldn't be... There we go, that's what's up.
Views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace.
Everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau,
Following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Maybe if I, for this one, I actually just like...
Vaccinated.
It's kind of the other way around, where I'm like... Getting... It's being a pain in the butt now. Yeah, it's being a real pain in the butt. There we go. Everyone vaccinated. And then this, I think... So starting at basically 12 seconds.
Vaccinate.
Mr. Trudeau.
There. And then just re-export that. Slap that in there. Come on, should be fast. And that should fix that
Mr.
timing.
Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any.
And then here too, it was just a little bit off on that.
Mr. Trudeau.
1309. There's still a few frames off here, but I could. Mr. Trudeau.
You are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those chuckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Then again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life.
Ending life.
On our grocery
Okay.
store.
That should be it. I think that's it. So just one final render with those few touch-ups, and we'll post it. And that'll be that. That will be that. Yeah, and then that being said, like, I can close it down a bit early. Well, I'm gonna post it on. And post it on my page. Yeah, like I could tag you or something, but I don't know. I'd post it on my reels, and then I'll post it on. You know the thing, the thing. Yeah, and tomorrow we'll be able to work on the second one, which then maybe I'll release in a few days after that. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of like, want to release it tomorrow because we're going to be short page on a Wednesday. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hell yeah. The Project Rugitos? Project Rugged? Rugitos? Yeah. Which will be more of like a silent film. We haven't done one of those for a while, but it'll only be a few seconds. But I think that would be kind of fun too. Alright, let's Alright, so let's download this to my phone.
Truckers are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small, fringe minority holding unacceptable views. Following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Then again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life.
Oh, I love it. It's great. It's great.
Putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small, fringe minority holding unacceptable views. Following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Those truckers are deplorable. They are racist, often misogynist.
Then again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life.
Ending life. Oh man, that's great. Save that one. And let's go. Let's fucking upload that. Or am I right? Am I right? Let's upload that. How do I just do it right from YouTube? Yeah, here we go. Create a short.
Truckers are putting food on our grocery.
Yeah, this is what I live for right now. Posting that to YouTube. Let's go.
Truckers are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small, fringe minority holding unacceptable views. Following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence.
misogynist.
And again, a prime minister who openly admires the Chinese basic dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending life. Putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace.
It's a little bit choppy when he like it shouldn't change again after it changes and then goes Mr. Trudeau and changes again. That's the only thing I could say, but it's not awkward enough to change it. Made Minister Justin Trudeau. There we go. It's publishing. Oh yeah, I should spell maid as in, I won't put the maid assisted dying, because it's spelled capital M-A, lowercase I, capital D. You're right. Go back to that content. There we go. Got it. And then as a short on Instagram, I think it'll automatically go.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves.
There we go.
Truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. Small fringe minority holding unacceptable views, following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
I don't know why all the sound was kind of off from the video.
Holding unacceptable views.
There we go.
Following the science, getting everyone vaccinated.
Mr. Trudeau, you are a disgrace for any democracy. Please spare us your presence. Thank you.
Truckers are deplorable.
Yeah, it was.
Racist, often misogynist.
Prime Minister, who openly
Eh,
admires
eh.
the dictatorship should not be allowed to speak in this house at all.
Governments have gotten big and bossy. You are the master.
Ending
Okay, bro. Yeah. Have a good night. Got her done. We did what we need to do. I'm gonna log off too. And well, you know, hey, have a good night, and don't forget your jaw vacuum. We'll see about that. We'll see about your check jar in the morning. We'll see. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day. I'll find out on the next episode of I'll Be Here Tomorrow. Okay. Buy some lemonade while you're at it.